On the east coast of Scotland, in the town of Forres, Michael and Maria Start run the House of Automata, an intensive care unit for mechanically powered figures that are broken. They are the first people dealer Drew Pritchard calls when he finds a rare automaton. And today he's invited them down to Comori in North Wales to look at one of the most unusual models he's ever seen.
It's complicated like you wouldn't believe. It's like a wooden computer tied together with a church organ at night with string.
I think Drew thinks we can repair anything.
Yeah, when he buys an automaton, I don't think he has any regard as to how easy it is to repair or not.
It's not his problem,
No,
is it?
because he knows us. That's our problem.
Hello, Drew. How are you?
Good, thank you. Got something definitely in your wheelhouse, a little odd. And you're going to have to tell me a lot more about it, because it's a strange one.
I know this work. I know the maker. You have the iconic David Secrett automaton. Look, these should, if we look inside here, this should be mechanically an absolute wonder.
And then it's got here, David Secrett, 1979 AM3.
If he made, I think, about 25, this is number 3.
That's a good thing.
This 1970s automata is from a limited series of archers made by David Secrett, perhaps the most revered automaton maker of modern times. His moving figures were highly unusual in that they were constructed from wood and operated with a web of strings. When working, this archer should perform a complex series of maneuvers to fire arrows with his bow. But parts are broken and the strings are a tangled mess.
He comes to life on this chair, he looks ahead, he reaches behind him, and he'll pick up an arrow, he draws the bow, he looks ahead with one eye, and then, boom, off it goes, and he fires across the room with great power. And then he does it again 4 times.
4 times? No way.
It's all there in the mechanism. It's all there in that
and
wood.
And sticks his tongue out?
No,
he stamps his feet,
not.
sticks his tongue out and blink and winks.
You're kidding me.
Exactly. That's why this is such
Really?
an important piece.
I mean, it's in a terrible state.
Yeah.
And the other thing is the clothing. It's not aesthetically pleasing. Looks like he's cut up a couple of old shirts and some curtains.
Well, I think that's what he did.
We put something a bit nicer on him.
I can make you new clothes if that's what you want. But it is so David Secrett.
What I would say is you do what you think's best.
Yeah.
Now, what's it worth? Because it wasn't an expensive thing to buy.
Yeah.
Call it £1,000.
Fully working, I would expect it to be between £8,000 and £12,000 at auction.
Wow. So considerably more.
Yeah.
It's all down to whether it works or not. So if you can take him away and make him work, I'll be staggered. So 4 times, yeah?
Well, what about just once?
No.
No, it has
He's
to be
got to
4
lean
times.
back 4 times, ping, done.
OK.
Enjoy.
Thanks, Drew.
See you, bye-bye. I can't see a way of them ever getting this to work. I can see it firing 1 arrow, OK? But firing 4, one after another, stamping its feet, sticking its tongue out and winking at you, never. Never, ever going to happen.
A few days later, in their workshop on the Scottish coast, Michael and Maria can properly examine the archer's workings.
Ooh.
Wow.
Look at that. That's a row of levers.
Wow. Oh, numbered. Well, that's good. Oh, do the numbers coincide?
Yes, I think they do coincide with that list.
And this is David Secrett's writing,
That's
isn't
his writing, yeah.
Tucked inside the box is an invaluable aid.
Number
Number
4.
4, thumb lock.
That's
Yeah?
to grip the arrow. Great.
For Michael to reach the mechanisms inside the figure, Maria needs to remove its costume.
Come on. Yes, there you go. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, look at that, that's fantastic. Look at that neck. Hey, I'm gonna unstring the tabard now. It's all connected with loops of string tied with knots. Brilliant for restoration, because you can take them off pretty easily. Wow, the big reveal. It's coming off. It's so nicely made. Look at that. It's like properly tailored there. Perfect shape. That is incredible. Michael, come and see. Come see.
That's fantastic. Gosh, this looks as complex as a human skeleton, all made of really lovely fruit woods. Look in there.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. But look, if you
That's just-
pull that, that should be the tongue.
Is it coming out? I can't forget what Drew said, though. You're never gonna make it work.
That's a challenge.
In the seaside town of Hastings in East Sussex, joiner Robin Johnson repairs, restores and repurposes items made of wood. Today he's heading to the North London shop of dealer Sherkan Yumukji, who's bought an item in need of Robin's expert help.
It's an amazing piece, but unfortunately not in amazing condition, so he's got his work cut out here a bit.
Sherkan's quite a resourceful chap, so it's going to be something that's quite bad. Otherwise, he probably would have fixed it up himself. Sherkan, hello, my friend.
You all right, Robin? Do you remember when I said to you I'm really going to put you to the test? Here it is. It's beautiful. You're going to love it.
Come on, then.
What do you think of that?
God, that's lovely.
It is nice, isn't it?
Dusty.
A little bit dusty, but I want you to see through that dust, Robin. OK, so it is a clerk's desk. These were like in all the kind of like financial institutions. You had them in accountants' offices. Mid to late Victorian, I'm guessing.
Clerks' desks were used daily by tens of thousands of Victorian office workers. The desks were slanted to support the arms of clerks as they wrote in large, heavy ledgers, while cubbyholes provided storage for everything from bills of sale or letters to betting slips, cheques and receipts.
There is a cubby down here, but for the life of me, that's not opening. I was going to jimmy it, but I didn't want to cause any damage. Because if it was a bank clerk or something, there could be some money in there.
Finders keepers.
There is no such thing as finders keepers. If there's any money or anything valuable in there, that belongs to me.
Right.
Apart from that, yeah, what do you reckon? What would you do?
And looking at this, these holes suggest that these spindles carried on all the way down with that little gantry thing above it. These are quite simple turnings, but if I'm going to do all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there's like 14 turnings
14 on
to
this
do.
side.
There's quite a lot to do, but that's probably where I'd start. I think it'd make quite a nice standing desk.
Yep, they're really, really fashionable at the moment. I paid 150 quid for it. Artisan like you, your magic touch on this, you're looking 800 to 1,200 pounds. So you can take this away.
I'll bring the van round.
Take care.
See you later.
Back in Hastings, Robin's first action is to rid the desk of its thick film of dust.
The difference it makes just cleaning it up is it's like night and day. It's quite nice joinery on it. It's not in that bad condition. The next thing I want to do now it's all clean is jimmy open this top. I'm going to get a crowbar and hope there's a massive wad of cash inside. There we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. W.H. Shellerbeer, 43 plus Turton Gardens, Cardiff. I wonder if that is a maker's mark. That might be a Clark.
The hidden label offers a clue to the desk's age. The Plasterton Gardens housing development was completed in 1890, and shortly after, a Mr. W.H. Shellerbeer is recorded as living at number 43. He was employed as a travelling salesman, a position taken up by many 19th century clerks keen to get out of the office and further their career.
Aha!
And that's not the only thing that's been revealed.
There you go, that's the rail from this side. That is the panel from there. And a little bit of moulding that probably fits there. There you go. That's quite a good find. But what I can see straight away is that someone has definitely cut off these spindles. This would have carried on going all the way down to the bottom there. But yeah, I think the next thing to do is to move on to making these.
On the coast of East Sussex, joiner Robin is renovating a late Victorian clerk's desk, parts of which are missing. Marks show the desks once had spindles along the back and both sides, and it's the missing spindles Robin now wants to faithfully reproduce.
What I've got to do is to create a rod, which is translating all the dimensions of the shapes and sizes of the piece onto a board that I can then use to make up the new parts.
A rod is a full-scale diagram which allows the joiner to plan and measure exactly what they need to create.
Laying out a rod is probably one of the most fundamental skills that you can learn in joinery. You know, this is your instruction book. When this was made, I have absolutely no doubt that a rod would have been drawn out. Right, that is everything drawn out one-to-one scale, exactly as it is on the clerk's desk. Now I've got to just draw out everything that's not there. I can kind of start to freehand draw the curves. That is roughly what my new spindles needs to look like. And the beauty of having drawn it out in scale is if I actually stand back and look at that, that looks right to me.
With a sharp chisel, Robin begins to create the first spindle on the lathe. First, he shapes it down to approximately the right width. Then he marks where to cut into it to create the curves.
Now I've got some marks to work to. I can start working that, chisel in, start getting the shape. Right, grab a bit of sandpaper and then we're done. Beautiful. Let's go and offer that up against the rod. Oh, there you go. That is one of many, however. 13 more to do.
This three together, it's a labyrinth of chords in there.
In Forres, in Scotland, Michael and Maria are attempting to restore a complicated archer automaton made in the 1970s by cult maker David Secrett.
One more and he could be free. He's free.
Michael is getting to grips with the unique cord construction.
Here's our little figure.
Maria's focus is the clothes. Dealer Drew doesn't like them and asked her to make new ones. But Maria is not so keen.
Drew was so adamant that he hated the fabric. But these trousers are not tailored, they're engineered. I've never seen anything like it. It's part of the mechanism that if I make new ones, I will lose. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to try something else.
While Maria ponders the pattern problem, Michael is tackling the archer's chair. Part of it has been so badly broken, it needs replacing.
It's a clever little bit of construction, which means it's an awkward little bit of restoration.
The back has a hollow groove in which to hide the many control cords.
Now, it's broken quite traumatically at the very thin joint at the top, so I'm going to have to remake this whole slatted front of the chair. I'm going to lay these on here, draw around it, and cut them out.
While Michael works on the replica chair, Rebecca Pritchard has travelled to West London. She's on a mission to find out more about the archer's maker.
I've been doing some research and I've managed to track down a person who's going to tell me more about David Secrett and his work. And that person is his son. Terry!
Rebecca, do come in.
Thank you very much.
Terry was David Secrett's first son, but was brought up by his mother when his parents' relationship ended. Father and son became close later in life and shared a fascination with automata.
So, Terry, can you tell me a bit about your father and his interesting career?
He worked for the RAF as an engineer. I know that he trained as an anti-clock repairer and restorer. He was apprenticed to an organ maker, and he was really a very capable man.
Tell me how the connection with automata came to happen.
As I understand it, yes, he set up a little workshop, put all those different skills together, started off with a fairly simple automata and got more ambitious until we got to some of the grand pieces he's famous for. And I have something I can show you. I believe that this was a prototype, the first one he made.
This is amazing. As you know, we're having our automata restored. What does that sort of personally mean to you?
Well, I think it's amazing. It's important that they're kept alive and working. Everybody can enjoy them and see what an amazing craftsman David was.
Well, Terry, we will do a very sympathetic restoration job on our automata in honour of your father.
I look forward to seeing it.